Alright guys, this is going to be my analysis of Shuton sets from the 2GGC earlier in December. So to start off, we are going to do MKLeo. So to start off, you'll notice that he goes Corrin, MKLeo goes Corrin, and that's normally a terrible matchup for Olimar. But the way MKLeo plays around, or the way Shuton plays around MKLeo, you're gonna see he's really minimizing the problem areas of this matchup. I always say there are 3 different zones in this matchup that you need to be able to distinguish properly when moving forward. That being the long range, the mid range, and then the close range. Long range Olimar does best because he's got side B to force an approach to rack damage up, things like that. Corrin has nothing except for, I guess, the Dragon Fang shot, but that's kind of iffy just because it's a linear projectile that takes time to charge. Mid-range, where Olimar normally thrives as well, is not good in this matchup because Corrin's side B is so powerful that it in and of itself will deter you from going to that area, because where you might be here normally trying to pivot grab, trying to F smash, they're pinning for free. You can almost never punish it. Unless, if they're doing it at max range and going away from you, or if they have the stage, you can only at best get a side B. If they cross you up, yeah, you can get other options, but primarily it's a safe move to do when they kick away. So a lot of the times you have to hold shield. If you're really good about your timing, you can punish in between the pin and the kick if they're not immediately doing it. Everything's got to line up really well, but most of the time it's just not an option you want to challenge. So that's just an area that you don't want to linger in as much. So you want to go from long range, minimize the amount of time you're in the mid range, and then go to the close range, where I think Olimar actually does better than Corrin. We have a better jab game. Our jab is frame 4, really quick. We can do it a lot. It's not like a full gentleman or anything like that. It's just 1 2 1 2 1 2. We have that. We have down tilt. Down tilt crosses up on power shield, which is really good actually, because people will power shield and they'll try and do something, but Olimar actually goes behind them because they don't get any shield pushback. So that's another important thing. We have purples, purple side B is another good option to throw out and say, get out of my face. So you have all of this where I think we can actually fight Corrin better up close than mid range. We just have to be careful of the counter. But with that said, let me get into this, and I'll show you some of the stuff that I feel he does really well. Starting off, Shuton always throws his yellows off. He just doesn't like them. I know from what I've seen, his ideal lineup is red, blue, purple. So that's just something you're going to notice a lot of this. But you see how he immediately throws the red on. He wants to start applying some form of pressure, something, get his opponent to deal with something, not let them just immediately come in and do what they want. He needs to, it's like, here, the game started, now deal with this. And that's going to allow him to pluck another Pikmin. He's going to get a white, and then he'll go from there. So he's trying to do the long range, because you see he's not sitting in that mid range, like I was saying, because it's just not worth it. You can get punished for so much. He's also trying to keep his jumps down to a minimum as well, because when you jump, it's easy to get sniped on your way in because you don't have the priority with the Pikmin. So you have to do it at certain spacings where you're not going to get punished as much. Corrin right there. Here, I'll go back. Oh, that's the volume. 1 sec. So starts to juggle. Corrin's so good at juggling Olimar, and that's one of the reasons this matchup's also really bad. But as long as you're not dead, you're nairs, you're going to take some nairs, you're going to take some forward airs, it's fine. Just recover, just try and get your grounding, and then reset back to one of those ranges, usually the long range where you're safest at. Notice how he holds shield there, not even going to try and punish it, you just can't, you're not going to be able to do anything. That was one of those, here I'll go back, that was one of those instances where I was saying where he gets the pin, but MKLeo kicks towards him, crossing him up, which allows him to then get the dash grab, because not only is he kicking past him, Shuton is facing him still, And those are the times where you want to punish it. If they're kicking the other direction, jump side B, cut your losses. Don't try and force the thing after that, because you're not going to be able to. They're going to repin you, they're going to counter, they're going to do something, and you're going to get punished for trying to force that aggression. That I don't agree with. I think he should have just jumped, because so MKLeo's knocked down right here, but instead he's trying to get more damage. He's trying to knock him away. And instead, what he should have done is he's got him rolling in, because he pushes forward. That threatens MKLeo. MKLeo goes, I need to roll or I'm going to get hit. This is where you want to do an up air. I mean, back air can work. Most aerials can work, but up air lingers so long and the hitbox is so wide that it's just going to cover the entire back half of that platform and catch MKLeo's tech roll in. But instead he goes for a bear, which misses, so he's missing out on free damage. If you do see them jump, it's kind of like a bayonet or something. When they afterburner kick your shield, they pin. If they jump immediately, you have to be you have to be prepared to do it, because if you wait until you notice that they've done it, a lot of the times you're going to be too slow. So if they pin your shield, kind of prepare yourself. Be like, all right, if they jump, I can immediately go for the up air, because there is lag on that jump. Yep. Just playing it safe with those pins. It's not worth it to risk it. He probably could have F smashed that there. He knocks him down, because if you see here, he F smashes. So that Pikmin is lingering there. That's a hitbox, or that's a hurt box that can be hit. And you see he does get up attack. It hits. I don't know why I'm pointing. It hits the Pikmin. Oh, I did not mean to go back that much. It hits the Pikmin, and then that gives it even more and he shields it, so he could have definitely drop shield F smash that, but instead he goes for forward air. So I think that was a little bit unoptimal. Landing can be a bit tricky, as you can see here, because Corrin's up air mixed with her fall speed is just so good for just constantly sitting right below Olimar, and your air dodge isn't that good. So a lot of the times you have to whistle into something or air dodge and hope you can drift out horizontally, because you won't be able to do the vertical drift. You're not going to fall faster than them. So you have to try and drift horizontally, but the way Corrin's up air works, it's like a half circle almost. All the way above, so you have to watch out for that. So whistling can be good, but even then, sometimes they're just gonna up air. If you whistle it, they might immediately go into nair, because if you whistle it, you're gonna fall past them a lot of the times, because they're gonna hit you. You're gonna be able to drift down, and you're gonna be fine there. But it does set up for other things. It's not a foolproof way to live. There he is, catches him on the jump again. Honestly, what MKLeo probably should have done is kicked away, because he had a purple in front. There was no way he was going to be able to punish that with a kill move. Gets a back air, because he used the pin to cross him up. Right here, he's just sitting in shield, finding his openings. Shuton loves to get down throw up airs. It's his favorite thing off down throw. He's not a fan of down throw fair. He doesn't really care for down throw up smash. So a lot of times you'll see him down throw, and then he'll immediately go into the raw up air. That's good. And you'll also notice in this matchup that he's never trying to punish, or at least so far he hasn't. I don't remember if he tries it, but he's not trying to down tilt. He's not trying to down smash, down air Corrin's recovery. It's not worth it with Olimar. The way Corrin's up B works, they've got the intangibility or whatever on upper body or head or wings or something like that at certain points. But on top of that, the hitboxes of those wings are so big that you're never going to get the chance to hit it unless they do it wrong. So you have to, like, if you down tilt it, it won't work if they come at the right angle. If you down smash it, the only way you can punish that with a down smash is to desync it off the hit of their up B with your down smash. But they have to come at the wrong angle. If they come from a more vertical angle as opposed to a horizontal one, it will never work. Down air, same thing. You're gonna down air, it's gonna clank. It's not gonna work. So you're better off just sitting on stage and trying to ledge trap from there instead of actually ledge guarding, because it's not worth it, and you're probably going to get hit and lose your advantage state, and then you're going to be the one without stage control. Just playing it safe. He's not trying to commit too much to stuff. He kind of wants to feel out what Leo's doing and then get his hit, because he's already got him in kill percent. So you see, he's just trying to figure out exactly where he can get the opening, because one overcommittal thing, it could be a pin, it could be a counter. MKLeo goes for that unsafe Dragon Fang shot. He spot dodges real quick, F smash. Once again, you saw at the ledge, not trying to do it. This is a matchup where you just need to be able to pick your hits very wisely. Don't push your advantage farther than it is. You won't win if you're trying to force your advantage in. You gotta go, all right, we did this, reset. All right, I got my hit, reset. All right, reset. All right, reset. Over and over and over again until you can find your kill moves. Because between counter and pin and just Corrin's general aerial hitboxes, you just can't challenge it. And you're going to kill yourself if you're trying to. And that's what you notice from Shuton. He's doing the exact opposite. He's all right with taking his time and whittling it down until he finds his opening. He's got the percent lead. MKLeo's got to approach, and he's using that in his favor. Because even though Corrin has good grabs, which I think MKLeo probably could have utilized a bit more by scaring Shuton in the shield. Holding shield is such a good option at the lower percents too. Yeah, you get put in the air if you get grabbed, but you don't have to worry about any aerials. You don't have to worry about a side B. It's just like you're just letting him hit your shield and then you're punishing. So for ban, I believe it was Town and City. Not Town and City, Triplats. Because Corrin on Triplats against Olimar is super bad. It's kind of like a Fox thing, right? Well, you don't. The platforms might help you in some instances to land, or to not to land, but to like kind of stop the approach from Corrin, but landing when Corrin has more air, like can get higher up in the air and then start hitting you is even worse. It's just like with Fox. You don't want to give him that extra room to be able to get the up airs faster, to be able to get them easier, to kill you easier off the top. It's just not worth it to do those stages, so you ban them. And I think it also might have been, against MKLeo specifically, it's kind of like just a blanket ban that's pretty safe. He's got Cloud. I know a lot of Olimars aren't fans of Triplat versus Cloud for good reason. A similar reason, juggles with up air super well, can limit camp there. Frustrating. The Meta Knight as well can also be kind of frustrating on Triplats, just because it can get the ladder combos. So overall, it was a pretty safe bet. I would personally probably ban Lilat, because against MKLeo specifically, just because of Cloud on Lilat's not very enjoyable. But I think at this point, Shuton had the confidence, because he's so positive against the other arsenal that MKLeo has of his characters, like the Cloud and Marth, that he's just not worried about that, right? He's good to go. MKLeo knows that that's why you see him go Corrin here and then Meta Knight later on, just because he's kind of at a loss for what to do to beat Shuton. So I guess FD here, and that I find interesting, because FD in and of itself isn't a. I don't think it's good for Corrin against Olimar. You give Olimar the room to run without having any platforms to help you. Yeah, platforms can help him, so I could understand if you don't want him to have those landing options, but it's. I would have taken him to Lilat if he didn't ban it, or even Town and City. Although Town and City has by results been shown to be pretty good for Olimar because he can kill Corn easier there. But I don't think this was a good selection. You know, you're giving Shuton more room to run, which is what he wants. He wants to be able to distance himself when he needs to. Because remember, he's not trying to constantly run in and fight you head on. It's hit, reset. And that this stage length, when applied properly, is just going to amplify that. Throws the red in, throws yellow off. Right here, you see he's kind of just sitting at that right outside of tipper range, tipper side B range, not trying to get in there, constantly retreating. You don't wanna find yourself in there too often. You need to keep your movement constant, and that's gonna make you a lot harder to pin down. So there he whiffs a grab, whiffs a standing grab, has lag, gets juggled. Those are gonna happen. Just be careful on when you go for standing grabs, dash grabs especially because they're so laggy. You see there, you could see it the moment this MKLeo kind of cornered himself with the red not being dead. This was the first thought Shuton was having, like, all right, he's 84 or 80 something. I've got a red. I've got a purple next. This is down throw our bear. Free, right? Corrin eats down throw our bear so well that it is a pretty reliable kill strat against him. And you'll see he gets the red back and he throws the yellow because he wants MKLeo to deal with it, right? He's like, all right, MKLeo, have this yellow, deal with that. I've got a red. The moment I catch you landing with something, I'm getting that dash grab. You're guaranteed dead. The dash grab especially, you're going to see. So you see there, he throws the purple, then he throws the yellow. MKLeo hits it again because he wants to kill it. That's exactly what Shuton wants. And then he dash grabs with the red. The dash grab is what really makes it. Because Olimar, when he grabs you, there are 3 different distances at which he can grab. And those affect your follow-ups. So if you grab with like a pivot grab, there might be this much distance. If you grab with a regular grab, there might be this much distance. But if you grab with a dash grab, there might be like that much distance, right? That distance affects your follow-ups. Dash grab puts them as close as possible, which means there is less chance for him to escape or to DI out or to be DI away and not be able to be hit by a follow-up off this. And you're going to see that right here. Down throw right bear, free. And that's exactly why he did that dash grab as opposed to a standing grab or something like that. He used the yellow to bait it out, and MKLeo wanted to get the yellow off, not thinking. If MKLeo would have paid attention to the red, he would have known, all right, I need to let this yellow sit. I need to force my way back in. Pin, kick, get hit with whatever, I'm fine. You know, get back to center stage. Because when he's at the end, he's dead. Just trying to recover, just taking his time. That's fine. You can do that. You don't need to rush your recovery. Just, you know, take your time. Think about how you're going to get back. Nair into up air. Land can be hard. It's not. Don't be afraid to retreat to the ledge against Corrin, because this is one of those characters where you're going to have a hard time landing. So it's alright, take 1 or 2 hits, be like, alright, I need to go back to ledge and play an entirely different game. Your options are so much different there. Yes, they can still kill you there with things like side B or something like that, but it's different, and it feels a lot safer at times because you have the invincibility of the ledge. You have all the different options. You have roll, get up, you know, regular get up, things like that. Drop down whistle. It's a lot easier to get by than trying to force your way through a you know, Corrin sharking with up airs. Whiff down smash. Probably would have gone for a down tilt there. He should have whistled those back. He would have been able to get his purple and blue back and keep those. But it's alright. It's not too bad if a purple dies right when if you're going to pluck a new one. Nair hits on both sides, which is really good there. You'll see from MKLeo, he uses it to kind of cover both sides. If they land with Nair on your shield, especially with Pikmin, free punish every single time. If you're not confident in doing a smash attack, forward air them. It's they can't do anything about it. Nair is pretty laggy in and of itself when you land with it. But that Pikmin especially is putting them in even more lag. And they're going to want to land with an aerial a lot of the time. They don't want to just fall, right? Just don't get too greedy, like I was saying, because they have the counter. It's kind of like all right, figure out their rhythm and then get your punishes. Just slowly getting it up. Now he's getting towards that up throw kill percent. This game is pretty much in the bag for Shuton. He's just look, he's sharking for it. He's like, all right, you're gonna fall into this blue grab at some point. You see how he's playing pretty low commitment too. He's not really throwing out other attacks. He doesn't want to risk. You'd see he just kind of kept running around there. He doesn't want to risk throwing out something that can get countered. He's just like, I just need to knock you away till I find my opening. And then something you notice here. So Shuton has the blue. He's at blue up to a kill percent. MKLeo knows this. But something that players too often do is they go, okay, I'm at blue up to a kill percent. I need to start not being on the ground. Okay, well, to Olimar players, that means you want to jump. Because you can't get through us on the ground. But if you jump, a lot of the times when you're at that high percent where blue up throw is definitely going to kill, blue up air is going to kill too. So what do? Wait for you to jump, run, up air free. Because we're catching you on that jump squat. You're not immediately thinking I need to jump aerial because that's not a good option normally. So that's something to keep in mind if you struggle to kill with Olimar and they're not giving you they're not kind of falling into your grabs. You've got them at kill throw percent. All right, that's great. Start sharking them on the ground. They're like, all right, I can't be on the ground. I need to move. But go into them enough to scare them into jump and then just free up air. It's such a great way to condition them because they can't stay on the ground or they lose. You force them into the air. When you force them into the air, you just kill them for going into the air. You're kind of pincering off all of their options into the one, and you can do it with just that blue Pikmin. You don't necessarily need to have a purple or a red or something like that. The blue will be strong enough at the higher percents, but they don't think about that unless they're really experienced in the matchup because they see the Pikmin as more one-dimensional uses. As opposed to what they really are, where they have a bunch of different uses. They're just optimal for certain things. So here MKLeo goes Smashville with Meta Knight, which actually does make me think that maybe or maybe Shuton banned Town and City. But I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he changed it. But the Meta Knight play, I don't think Meta Knight's a winning matchup. I know a lot of Olimars would disagree because Meta Knight can kill you easy, but Meta Knight really doesn't have anything super as long as you're not letting yourself get dash attacked for free, you're fine. If you notice he's dash attacking a lot, put Pikmin on him or in front of him that when he hits them, they lag him, ruining his timing and messing up his combos. Learn how to SDI the up airs properly so you're getting out even easier. Sometimes you can't do it, that's fine. Just work on your SDI on that stuff. Work on your spacings. Treat it kind of like a Fox dash attack where you pay attention to the spacings at which they like to dash attack. And then you can go to those and you can trick them into thinking, oh, I found him, let's dash attack, but then you catch him with a pivot grab or pivot F smash. Use your understanding of how they like to attack you and turn that back around on them. So using Pikmin, using pivot grabs, even using power shields into punishes on the dash attack, that's fine. Stage positioning is really big too. If you dash attack and you go to the end of the stage, they're probably not going to up air ladder you into into an up B because they'll die. And then for the ledge guarding, you just need to mix up the way you come in with your up Bs and save your jump, use whistle to really outmaneuver Meta Knight. Because yeah, he can go deep, but his hitboxes aren't massive. They're not like Cloud where he's running off and jumping with a large Nair or a Marth Fair or something like that. They're much smaller. So you're able to maneuver around them much easier. Alright. I'm inclined to disagree, Strides. Before we get into this, just because your character can juggle Olimar or edgeguard Olimar, his two worst spots does not mean he can beat him. You know, any character in theory can juggle Olimar. He doesn't have good landing options, and he falls slow. So just because that happens doesn't mean you lose. You need to look at the entire matchup. How does the neutral go? How do they interact on the ground? How can Olimar retaliate in the air? You know, I've got whistle. What happens if he whistles and then I fall and then I up air him? Things like that. You know, I'm off stage. What if when he's off stage I can two frame him every time? Things like that. There's a lot more that goes into a matchup than Olimar gets juggled, he must lose. Throws Pikmin. You see, Mennonite. Let's go back. So Shuton is kind of staying in place, and you see MKLeo kind of inch forward like that. He's trying to kind of bait a commitment out of Shuton, but Shuton's just not giving it to him. He's like, I'm gonna stand right here, and I want to see what you're gonna do, because Mennonite's one of those characters where since his dash attack is so fast, it can be scary to commit first, because the moment he catches you slipping, he's just in there. So pay attention to how Shuton kind of handles that ground game and uses the distance between them to be able to find his openings and decide whether to commit or not. Let me go back on that one. So you see they're going in, they're playing little footsies. He throws out the F smash, forces Mennonite to respect it. That's fine. He retreats back, and now they're both right there at the corner. Now, I believe Shuton rolls back, and then he starts running away. And this is good. He's putting that distance between him. But not only that, when he rolls away, he kind of creates that distance that I was mentioning earlier, where Mennonites like to dash attack. But he recognizes that, and he punishes him for dash attacking with a pivot grab. So that's what I'm talking about. Using the spacing to understand their options before they've even picked them. Because there are optimal options that people like to do. You know, Mennonite's like right there and there's a distance. He's not going to drill rush you. He's going to dash attack you or dash grab you, likely dash attack, because it's so good and it creates so much for him. So use that understanding of their character to punish them. Down throw forward air, gets the white on. It's good. He waits. He waits there. And then because he knows he doesn't want to give up anything first. He's kind of just waiting for MKLeo, because MKLeo is a little scared because you have an Olimar approaching, right? Lets him spot dodge, quick jab jab, run back, not trying to press any advantage too much. Meta Knight is a character that's a lot better in the air, so he's not going to try and force his way anything. It's just hit, reset, let's do it again. And that's a recurring theme he does in this set, because he recognizes that the characters that MKLeo are playing or is playing, you can't force your way in past. You have to, you know, Meta Knight a bit more so than a bit more lenient than Corrin, but he still is fine with resetting over and over and over again until he wins. And that's something you need to have with Olimar. You need to be okay with just getting at things. So I want to go back there. So throws a red Pikmin, purple throws a red here. Red is being thrown. Meta Knight hits that in addition to Olimar, which even more so ruins his follow-up because there's extra hit lag on it. Good DI. Just taking his hits, just trying to recover. Misses whistle just a little bit, but it's not too bad. Notice he was going to dash attack again there. Catches him with a forward air beforehand, which I think is pretty important. It's like, got him, all right. MKLeo uses that empty hop to kind of try and trick Shuton into doing something. He's like, oh, he empty hopped. All right, he didn't do anything. Maybe now I can drop shield and do something. But Shuton was one step ahead, caught him with a forward air while he was approaching before the dash attack was fully out. Also, red down throw, purple back air is pretty nice against Meta Knight as well. So you'll see that's something Shuton will probably be looking for. Sharking into that platform. That's a dangerous spot. Don't be afraid to just get out of there real quick. You know, It's fine if you take a hit or two just to get out of there because you're less likely to die somewhere else than you are on that platform. I don't know why people do that. Shuton is so good, I guess, at reading people's regular get-ups and up smashing for free. Don't do that. You know? Like, Olimar lingers really well at the ledge. Dash tech up smash. I like that falling down air. Most people don't expect that, so you can just get a free hit on them because they'll hesitate initially. Nair out of shield is a fantastic option when the opponent's kind of dancing around you. So right there, I would have thrown the blue to apply more pressure and to set my lineup for an easier down throw Rarbear with the red and purple. But like I was saying earlier, this is Shuton's like ideal lineup, so he's going to try and keep all three of these Pikmin, not really trying to get rid of them too often. That was good. That purple was good to just diffuse it. And reads the rollback, gets the pivot forward smash. It just kills him. Honestly, Shuton was really good in this. He didn't really do any panic air dodges, any panic options. He's kind of just confident in his ability to win the game, and that's what helped him overall throughout the entire set. It was just like, all right, take my time, got this, got this, got this. That's fine. I'm winning. If I'm in disadvantage, don't panic. Just take the hits, just try and reset and go back. And that's why he's able to beat MKLeo so decisively. Alright, up next we got Salem versus Shuton. This set was a heartbreaker. Alright, so this starts Smashville here. That's a fine stage to do against Bayonetta. This matchup is... I mean, it's Bayonetta, so there's only so much you can do before you have to just accept that that's the character you're fighting, and sometimes you're not going to be able to get a punish or something's going to happen to you. There are steps you can do to prevent kind of getting punished and certain things like that, and you'll see Shuton apply that. Very side B conservative in this. He doesn't do it a lot for good reason because Witch Time's so problematic. But it doesn't how do I say it? Just because you're not side being or anything like that, it doesn't mean you're still not able to apply the pressure. When he does do it, it's more often than not with a white or to bait a reaction out of Salem and then hit it back with a whistle and then get his punish. I don't think the matchups actually... I think if you play it right, Olimar can go even with Bayo, but it's still Bayo, so things will still happen, as you'll see. So here he throws the red and the yellow off. I believe that's because he wants to get a purple as soon as possible. And the blue's good. The blue's good because, like I was saying earlier, he's going to go for a lot of grabs. Obviously, blues are best for grabs because they do the most percent on them. So that's good for that. He's going to pluck a white and a purple. White's going to be good because he can throw it. It's doing 3.7% a tick. It's going to force a response out of Salem, either to kill it or to Witch Time, and he can whistle that back, get a punish. Purples just hit really hard, and they're good for diffusing pressure with the side B. There goes Strides again with the... Oh, Olimar's off stage. He must get bodied. Gets a good throw. You see how he's not really side being with anything except purple or white? Got to cut his losses there. That was pretty unfortunate. So, because he gets hit here, the purple desyncs the way it popped off the ledge. And normally to get it back, he has to whistle a couple times. But since Salem hits him, he can't do it without forcing himself into an even more disadvantageous spot. Down throw, Rarbear. Just taking his hits. He's content with getting his grabs as the primary source of damage. Yeah. That was a fantastic whistle into down smash. I think Salem DI'd that a little poorly too. But yeah, he caught him aggressing a little too far with the dash attack whistle, perfectly spaced and positioned for that purple down smash to hit on the backside. Throws throws his purple off in classic Shuton fashion. But no, in all seriousness, I don't think that was meant to go off. He probably misjudged the distance just a little bit and wanted to ledge cancel his side B. Because if you throw the Pikmin onto a ledge, it will land, slide off, pop back up, and rejoin your line faster than if it just hits the ground and has to walk back. Just sitting back on the ledge there, not just letting the white do the damage. You know, he doesn't need to aggress after that. Aggresses a little too much of that fair, but it's alright. He doesn't get killed by the witch time. You see there, he went really low. That's important against Vea. You need to really go to the extreme against this character to have a chance a lot of the time. Just because our hitboxes are so massive, and they're so, not just size-wise, but amount of active frames they have. Sometimes you really need to go as far down as possible just to be able to outmaneuver them. Nice charge on the up smash to read past the whistle. Up air is to cycle the blue because he doesn't want to throw the blue, but he needs that white in front so he can throw it. Down throw our bears looking nice, but I don't think he's gonna load. Alright, so here, if Bayonetta heel slides your shield in any distance except like almost point blank, you can down smash for free. Double hit down smash for free. Right there, you'll see that Salem lands right on top. But if you're here in shield and they go cross up, pass, drop shield, down smash, their hits of the heel slide and the bullets will desync your two Pikmin over to her position and guarantee double hit down smash every time. Heel slide is a very committal move against Olimar. Yeah, unfortunately, as you saw there, you can't really do anything when Bayonetta's below you. Because if you whistle or air dodge, all they have to do is hold the aerial and it refreshes to a new hitbox, and you are guaranteed to get hit because you don't fall fast enough, and our hitboxes are so big. It's you just gotta take the damage a lot of the time because it's similar to Corn except the move just stays out. They don't start an entire new move. It's kind of they just extend it. If that was a red or a purple, that would have killed. So what I think he should have done here, because he doesn't have it yet. Salem did it too. Salem did the exact thing. He could have won this game. So Bayonettas have a tendency to drop down from ledge and jump, and it is so easy to grab them because they want to do it because they want to drop down up B, drop down forward air, drop down air, drop down up air, whatever it is. But that is a free grab. You literally get a blue. Let me go back. If Shuton would have shifted his lineup to have the see as a purple, if he just done one more air per, gets the blue. Literally, see how he's in shield right here? Go here and shield. Don't even do the dare. Go here and shield. Or empty hop shield. Immediately free grab. He's going to drop down, guaranteed kill. But he doesn't do it. Baos love to jump from the ledge. Free grabs almost all the time. He needs to be threatening more with the blue grab as opposed to other moves. He's still not doing it. There was again another stock or another kill opportunity missed because he's not thinking I can use this blue to grab him from under the ledge when he drops down. He needs to stay low committal grounded, shielding, and not jumping as much. Because jumping is when you see he's going to get caught by the nairs, he's going to get put in a bad spot. If you stay grounded and shielding, Bayonetta's got to actually come to you with a grab, and that's when you can do things like pivot grab and stuff like that. When he has the blue in front, of course Salem doesn't do it. But then again, he didn't grab, so it doesn't really matter too much. Shuton's trying to inch forward, which is something I don't blame him for doing, because I would do it as well. He's trying to inch forward to get Salem to fall into an opening, but you can't do that. At these percents where you're easy to kill, he's got max rage, you've got 2 blues especially, you need to retreat heavily and force Salem to come to you. Salem might have bullets, but he's still got to come to you. With that big of a percent deficit, he's got to get his way over to you. Sit under that platform, use that to force his approach. That's so risky what he just did there. How he up-aired that nair. You can, I think, hit it if you space it like right in the middle under it, but it's so risky and not worth it a lot of the times. Bayonetta. That's the set, to be honest. Just really depressing stuff happens to Shuton. What he should have won this set. Run it back on Smashville. Don't blame him. Solid stage. Stage wasn't the reason he lost. It was just some misplays on his part, over aggressing in certain areas, and then getting bad. You can see the difference in Shuton's play right now compared to when he was at that last game. He's so much more stationary, calm, collected, understanding that he doesn't need to be moving around. He doesn't need to be forcing the approach, or he doesn't need to be aggressing, I should say. When he's got this big of a lead, he's able to take his time, get his chip damage in, and get the openings when Salem gives them. Down throw, no follow-up. But he gets the air dodge read. That was good. Honestly, what Salem probably should have just done is not even air dodge, just DI out and then witch twist away and then go away, because there's nothing. He flew too far away from the blue to normally be followed up, so you wouldn't even need the air dodge to begin with. Just gets his openings where he can. See, he's staying grounded here again. He doesn't want to get called by aerials, because that's where it can get really bad. Witch twist. Yep. I like the ledge hop forward air just to kind of get him away. This is gonna happen too. You have to accept that you're gonna get in these scenarios where you're just gonna get hit over and over again off stage. Just if you have the stock lead, especially, just get the chip damage. Don't worry about too much. Just understand that you might die, and just reset and be confident that you'll get back eventually. Right there, he died because he went for an unsafe dash grab. He was doing really good, but he makes the mistake of trying to force the advantage state even farther than it is. He's already got him once. He's already, you already hit him. If anything, he should have empty hopped, maybe gone for a read, or just run up shielded and reacted to what he did. But instead, he goes for an unsafe dash grab. And that's so, dash grab is so laggy with Olimar that he dies for it. Just run up and then shield, or run up air, catch the jump, because it's likely they're going to jump. But I get why he grabs. It can't be witch timed. It's a lot. Like, you're going to get good damage off it. But the risk of a dash grab is so great that you're really paying a lot for it. Down tilts instead of grabbing once again. I don't know if he just hasn't thought about it. But it's definitely something he should start doing. I don't even know. I couldn't tell you the optimal STI angle for that because I don't know what to do. Maybe left or maybe in to Bayonetta, but Olimar's pretty bad about popping out of things. Maybe straight up on the witch twist, in the forward airs, but even then I don't know if that would have done it. Goes Town and City here. I I don't personally agree with this pick, but I can see why I did it. Salem definitely banned Final Destination, because he wants the platforms for himself. This can allow Shuton to get kills easier because as you saw in the first game especially, just a couple up airs just didn't kill. So that can help him, but it can also help Salem do two things: kill off the top easier, and platform camp. And platform camping with Bayonetta vertically is super scary. But Shuton is just confident in his ability to outplay Salem at this point. Both of those last games weren't really as much a wow. So, Shuton got outplayed a ton. It was like he was doing really good. He made one bad call. Sometimes, they could even not have been bad calls. He just got caught with something Salem did. And then it led to death because of Bayonetta. Swallow him out here. So Shuton does really well. Kind of just hovering around his opponent and threatening them. Juggling with the up airs. Another down air there that's really good to fall with if they don't already have a hitbox out, which most people don't. Down tilt, gets the up air. Landing here. That was a good air dodge to cross up because they angled that up air sent at. Sharky, you just gotta be scary with that. Don't feel like you can't just grab and then take your time like he was doing with the corn with MKLeo. But here he once again doesn't grab him at the ledge. That's fine. He runs back, which I think is good. So it perfectly aligns with the afterburner kick, guaranteed back air. He already he hits the Pikmin with Shuton, free back air. Really good play from Shuton, able to kind of catch that adjustment and positioning needed and then get the kill on it. And then he does what I know I do at least, and I try to not do as much, but it's so hard not to. When you take a stock with Olimar, I'll go back so you can see it. When you take a stock with Olimar, don't spam roll back and forth on your opponent. It's so good. It feels good. It makes you feel safe, but don't do it. Or do it wisely, right? Like when you're doing it, you're asking to get red with an up smash or forward smash. I do it. It happens to me. I'll be like, oh, I just took this Mario stock, and then I'm like, roll, and then just like up smash. Don't. Just hold shield. Or like run to a corner and hold shield, or do something like that, or run away. But when you're like rolling back and forth like that, or you just roll trying to cross them up, that's just like a free turnaround plop. If they don't have a kill throw, hold shield. You're fine. Bayo would have grabbed him, would have put him in the air, would have been bad, right? But it would have been better than getting up smashed. So if you don't want to hold shield, run. Just run away. Quick Bayo combo. Could have got a bit more off that, but he misspaced his stuff there. Tried to jab that, I'm pretty sure, but witch twitch is a little too fast. Olimar doesn't have anything that is safe on, like, any uncharged smash. None of them are safe on shield to not be hit by witch twist. So where, like, purple side B and max range yellow F smash are +2 on shield. That's if they drop shield. If they do an option out of shield, it only needs to be, they still have 5 frames at which they can act faster than you. And that's a pretty important thing to keep in mind. Obviously, if you're doing like a max range forward smash or a purple side B, they can be at the distance where Witch Twist won't hit you, but the Bayonetta is going to be able to act faster. So when you're up close, you especially aren't able to punish on shield. Like your jab 2, I believe, is -2 on shield, which means that when you hit that, they can act 2 frames before you. And normally that won't be bad, but when you have a character like Bayonetta who's going to be doing things like Witch Twist a lot out of shield, that's where you got to be careful when you hit their shield. Pay attention to the spacing. Go, all right, am I max spacing this stuff? Am I going to be able to be hit? If not, that's fine. If so, rethink about it. Maybe do what you do and then immediately go into shield so you're not trying to commit, and that's going to help you not get hit a lot more. And then if they do something, let's say she Witch Twist on your shield like that and you're holding shield, you might be able to, don't quote me on this because I'm not sure how the numbers line up exactly, but you might be able to jump up air and catch her in time. She might be able to witch time. I'm not 100% sure, but the general idea is there. Hold shield, maybe get a punish after. Salem, going to the platform, just jump air. There's not much Olimar can do about this, to be honest. You have to hit super specific timings in between their landings and whatnot if you want to hit them. It's very frustrating. Goes for a dash grab, misses, gets punished with the grab to the forward air. So you saw there what I was talking about. He hits, he goes. Oh, they just missed him. That's why. Okay. Then I'm not 100% sure how that would activate hit shield, but that's a good rule of thumb to follow. Do something, shield, let them act, and then hit them, because a lot of people, including Olimar mains, will want to punish someone right after they hit their shield, but sometimes you have to recognize that you don't have an option. It's kind of like when a Zero Suit Samus nairs your shield, you will not outspeed her jab 1, So maybe power shield the first option, then power shield the second, and then punish. Let them do one option that's normally safe, follow up into a second option that's not as safe, and then you're going to be a lot better off there. Down throw, Robert. He loves that combo. For another forward air, forward smash. Shuton, if you watch this, please grab Bayonetta from the ledge. Gets the yeah, that was really good actually. I'm gonna go back for that. Hits, alright, goes down. Purple side B, walk forward, pluck. He uses the pluck, and this is really good. So he might have been able to do it normally with just by running and stopping his dash, but he hits the purple side B. He hits the purple side B. Bayonetta's flying away. She's gonna miss the tech. He runs, and then he immediately plucks a yellow out of his dash, stops his dash, cancels the yellow pluck, and then immediately into a forward smash. You could use the pluck when you don't have a Pikmin, when you only have 1 or 2 Pikmin or no Pikmin, to immediately stop your dash. So he runs, plucks, immediate F smash without having to worry about any of his stopping or skidding animation like that. So that's really smart on his part to be able to just keep the momentum going by utilizing one of the quick options of his pluck to not have to be able to skip the dash stopping animation. So they go back to Town and City, I'm pretty sure. Shuton almost definitely banned Lilat. No, I'm confident he banned Lilat. You cannot do Lilat against Bayo as Olimar. I would never recommend it. When Bayo wants to bullet camp you under the platforms, it's almost impossible to approach because the angle they go at, they stop your Pikmin, and you can't approach because the platform is just not feasible to do. Salem going for the aggressor this time. Trying to kind of put Shuton in a bad spot. like he's been doing. Just gets his white. Doesn't really need to do anything else. Just lets the white do most of the work. Playing fantastic right now. That was. Let me go back to this so we can just really appreciate the string he just pulled off there. All right, gets the purple side B, gets the grab, jumps white side Bs, which I definitely agree with. A lot of the times when you down throw someone, their first response isn't throw out an aerial, it's air dodge or something like that. So a lot of times you can get the white side B into a purple forward air, something like that after it. Gets the white side B. Then he falls fast. He does a fast fall so that when Bayo up airs, he's here, Bayo's here. Bayo's up air goes like that. He's already fallen, so it goes like this. He's not there anymore. Is able to get the white side B on the bottom half of Bayonetta's body. The purple side B on the bottom half of Bayonetta's side B. Follow up with the blue forward air. Fall. He's going to try and do something. Anti-air with the down tilt. Down tilt's a fantastic anti-air. He knows that he can't keep the aerial pressure going, so he needs to immediately go to the ground. Do a down tilt because Salem is likely going to want to fall with an aerial and try and diffuse the pressure. Doesn't want to use witch time. Wants to use an aerial because they're so hard to challenge. But this is one of Olimar's moves that can just beat most aerials, right? Use the down tilt and then get an immediate up air follow-up. And then he tries to do the up B to up air, which is another good way to follow up because a lot of the times after one up air, people will air dodge instinctively. But he isn't, he's not able to time it right. So that was fantastic play by his part. Just a bunch of proper options. Right there, he tried to, I'm pretty sure he tried to, oh, I don't know why that keeps going down. He tries to land and then do a smash, but then he gets caught with the landing, like, shockwave hitbox of the afterburner kick. Whistles this. Right there, though, I disagree with that. I would have, he goes for a grab into a down to forward air. I would have done, all right, gets hit, whistle, free forward smash, just let it rip. And I think that would have given him more damage and better stage position. Grab. It's something I wanna point out there too. So a lot of the times when Bale will do her combo and you'll pop out before the finish or whatever, you can't fall faster than her, so you can't punish her a lot of the time. So kind of like the corn thing I was mentioning earlier, how like when corn pins you and kicks away, you gotta let it slide. Bale will hit you, fall to the ground out of her full special chain with the side Bs and up Bs, and you can do nothing about it. Because you just don't fall fast enough. Not every time, but sometimes. And then other times you have to go, okay, was I fast enough? And if I was, can she, what am I fast enough for? A smash? Can she witch time it? There's still a lot of factors that come into play there. Just getting hit every now and then. Just trying to recover. Doesn't worry about the pigment as much, which I can agree with. When you're fighting a Bayonetta who knows what they're doing, you really got to push the limits of your up B to really maneuver around her. And Pikmin are the least of your concern at that point. Letting that white do its job. Not too worried about much. Right here, he's just trying to figure out how to approach without putting himself in a bad spot. Like that back air was bad because the dash attack was able to cover the distance so well. Yeah, very little side B as I was mentioning earlier. He's not worried about damage. He needs to just find his way to get his kill now. Able to get it now. That's why he likes the red so much too, because of the distance. This is one of the reasons I'm against Town and City in this matchup. Going there on your own accord, because a lot of times the Bales will just take you there if you win. because it's frustrating when the platforms are here. Power shield into a nair to shield. I really like that. It's a good option. It covers everywhere. You don't worry about if he's behind me, if he's forward airing me. It's just a jump. Do it. You're going to hit him no matter what he is. It's not going to clank. It's a safe option. If you get a follow up, cool. If not, reset. Goes for another grab. Bit risky. Doesn't get punished, thankfully. He's got to stop going for those dash grabs. I'm pretty sure there's a technical error from Salem. Good recovery. Nice. Gets the down tilt. I like how he waited and just got the forward air at the end of the platform. Just letting the damage. He's not. It's such a change of pace from before, where when he was up, he would try and approach, but now that he's down, he just won't do it, which is smart. All right, so this is, I believe, where it happens. This is a crazy play. So he gets hit here, tries to jump, he whistles this, I believe, whistles the ABK, and then I believe Salem immediately goes into a nair, and he should have done a witch time, and then an immediate. Oh no, he did a fair. Okay, should have done a nair then. Into an immediate up smash on that. Great whistle by Shuton. That was a bad ABK from Salem, in my opinion. Yes, you did run the risk of, if you hit it, you probably won. But when you've got a deficit where it's 79 to 152, you're up 2 games. It's kind of like let's say you're Mario, right? And you're fighting an Olimar, and you're both at 130. No, not even that. You're at 80, and he's at 130, and he's landing, and you go for an up smash. If you hit it, great, you win. If he whistles it, you're dead. Like that is a risky play. And it wasn't like this happened right out of combo. Shuton had been falling. Like, he's got all the time in the world to prepare for this. And that is why and this was such an obvious ABK, right? So it's like what I was saying earlier with the Meta Knight dash attacks. There's that certain spacing, that certain distance between you guys where it just looks too good not to do, right? And it helps Olimar players get a better, or just players in general, get a better idea of what the opponent's going to do. In this example, Shuton recognized we're at that diagonal distance. I'm in a good percent to do it. It's a single hit. I can whistle it. If I whistle it, he's dead. Back to Town City, as you'd expect. Grab, jab, jab. Up air. He loves his up airs. Let's go back and see how that happened. All right, whiffs a dash grab. Throws, whiffs dash grab, gets down tilted, forward air, ABK, up B, ABK, up B, dead. Didn't even need to up air. I think the second wish just killed him. I guess you should have DI'd better. It's because he staled it, I'm pretty sure, with the yellow. Shuton doesn't know how to apply double purple pressure super great, so it didn't matter. But that didn't matter because he just got Um, yeah, I don't have any advice for that. We could try and go back, see what happened. Down, rolled in on the down tilt, and then he's just dead. I guess the DI wasn't good enough. This says the Buzz, but I'm pretty sure it's Kirihara. So this set, with Shuton going into this, I was so ready for Shuton to destroy Kirihara, to make it out of his pool. He had a good record, you know. He lost to Salem, but it was 2-3. I was ready because I played Kirihara earlier 2017 at Evo in like 3 money matches and like 10 friendlies, and he took 4 games out of the entirety of all of them. I absolutely demolished him. And then I remember watching what he did to Fallen, how he played against the Buzzes. You know, I was like, we're good. Shuton's gonna do it. And then, oh man, dude, Shuton, he really dropped the ball on this set for me. And I'll show you guys why as we go through it, because I was surprised. So to go on that point there about starting here against Rosa, for striking purposes, I would probably strike Town and City and Lilat as preferences. I actually like Battlefield against Rosalina. It's just a really solid stage for Olimar. It can be hard for Rosa to approach. The extra height on the blast zone, I think is really nice as well to give you a little bit extra survivability. The juggles, yeah, they are a little problematic, but it's not the same as a Fox, where it's not like a jump real fast, come back down, jump real fast, come back down. Rosa kind of lingers in the air with it. And yeah, they are bad, but you can whistle those a lot easier, I think, than you can like a Fox or something. Plus, the overall stage layout really works well for Olimar. The ledges are really good for punishing Rosa down there. You have a lot of room down below ledges to work your mobility for to help you recover. This stage, it's not terrible, but I'd probably ban it. Especially in the like if I win game 1, ban this especially. This, yeah, the distance is nice, but the lower ceiling's not what I want, and the side blast zones to the ledge aren't massive either, which means Rosa can do a lot more over there, as opposed to somewhere like Battlefield or FD even. So Kirihara just kind of sitting back, doing his jabs, down tilt, stuff like that. You need to do a lot. You need to have a very power shield heavy style, I feel, to be able to contest Rosa. Because a lot of times you're going to be doing jabs, down tilts. You want to run in, power shield both of them, and then immediate F smash, immediate jab, down tilt, things like that. And I don't think that's something that Shuton does enough to really be able to push this matchup to what it could be. That was a fantastic way to kill him with a down tilt into the back air. Hesitates on his own self there and gets grabbed because of it. You can jab lock Luma indefinitely, for those who don't know. So that's why you saw him jab, 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 jab. You can jab it until you want to kill it. And what you do is you jab, 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 jab until you notice the Rosa approaching, and then you just F smash and knocks Luma away. Might even kill it depending on how many jabs you got, but it forces the Rosa to respect that option. There, his Pikmin was desynced. He should have gone for another jab to kind of realign it. Playing really good right now, to be honest. Like, there was no reason for him to lose this. I think instead of sharking with, or not sharking, but instead of like walling with back airs, he needs to be going more for up airs. Back air is good, don't get me wrong, but the way it works, you swing down to up, and it kind of covers different areas, and it's a lot easier to dodge because the horizontal aspect of it. With up air, when you're going under, you catch an air dodge. That is there. It lingers. They can't drift out of it, really, if you space it right. And you're going to kill just the same, if not easier, with it. Up air, up air. A jump whistle there. I would have jump whistled into a probably nair kill, but the roll works, I guess. But he rolls there, and then he hesitates a little bit, and that's why he wasn't able to get the kill there. Luma is good in this matchup, but like as it is in most matchups for Rosa, but it can also be not bad for Olimar. Like, yeah, you don't want to deal with Luma, but you can use it to extend your hitboxes. That's one of the reasons I really like yellows in this matchup, is because they already have increased like hit lag and hit stun because they're electric properties, and since they have bigger hitboxes, they're going to hit more stuff easier. But when you hit the yellow, it's going in the yellow, like you yellow F smash, hits Luma, stops for a second, lingers, hits Rosa, stops for a second, lingers. It just, so much is happening, right? And you're able to make your moves just way more active and a lot scarier. So being able to abuse them, or like kind of punish them for having Luma in the neutral is really important. Unfortunately, because Shuton doesn't use yellows, you won't see it as heavily, but it's still something that he does. That was a good whistle attempt. Rose's dash attack can be tricky because the multi hit on it. I would have dropped down side beat that. He's really struggling to kill here, and I think that's what's messing him up. Whips another standing grab. There we go. Finally gets his kill. I definitely would prefer a yellow over a red in these scenarios, especially at low percent. Like, you're not worried about kill power. So the yellow is going to do you a lot more favors than a red is. That was a good whistle into shield. But he catches himself jumping, something he shouldn't have done there, and then he gets up smash. Because Rosa does have the intangible up smash. Blues are probably the least useful in this matchup, just because grabbing is so hard to do with Rosa with Luma on the field. I don't have his jump now. He needs to jump out of there instead of air dodging immediately. Like, it's not bad to only air dodge, but you need to using your jump to kind of bait it out is important too. He's not jabbing on shield enough either. There are times where he's catching like Rosa in shield, and like I said, the Olimar jab is -2 on shield if they shield drop, so it's I believe what, +5, or it's -7 if they do or -9 if they do an option that's not like an out of shield option, right? But he's facing the other way. So that's where, like, when your opponent's back is to you and they're shielding, jabbing is such a strong option because they can't, like in Rosa's case, she can't, I don't know what frame her up smash is off the top of my head, but even if it's frame 9, for instance, it starts in the front. It won't go back there. Olimar's too short. He can jab for free. There's nothing she can do in this instance to be able to punish this jab on shield. And it's going to create a new set of pressure on his shield that he can follow up with maybe an F smash on shield into more pressure, maybe read a jump, things like that. But instead he goes for a cross up nair, which it gets a hit, but it doesn't lead to much. He whiffs so many grabs in these games that really cost him. Gets the trade. Not much you can do about that except just dodge it. Shuton just getting cornered by the jab pressure and stuff from Rosa. That's not too bad. I mean, being in the corner is not terrible. As long as you're on the ground against Rosa, I feel pretty safe. He kind of mistimed that back air there. Good pressure here. Gets the power shield on the bear. That makes it so he gets a free grab. I wouldn't roll that. I would have done regular get up. Probably into shield or F smash, depending on how Kirihara reacts to it. Would have F smashed that. I don't know if maybe that dash attack was a technical error. Gets rid of Luma. Honestly, Rosa by herself is just so not scary. Doesn't have any multi-hits really to like break through a whistle except for like dash attack. That won't really kill. So that was so bad. If he would have F smashed, that would have killed. And he loses the purple now because he gets grabbed at the ledge and he doesn't have time to whistle it back. Like right here, Kirihara is kind of just like thrashing him and there's not much he knows how to do about it. He needs to try and force the distance, just run away real quick, regain his footing, and start applying grounded pressure again, implementing power shields on the hits, punishing Kirihara hard, and then kind of scaring him away from just running in. Gets the grab. That red throw is unsafe just because of the back air. You got to watch the distance at which you throw Pikmin when the opponent's close by. And he's dead. Yeah, you see there, he got punished once again because he threw the red. I'll go back one more time. Throws the red back air. You got to watch in mind because that Luma can be so disjointed from where Rosa is. So like Rosa will be here, Luma's down here. That's all hitbox, right? And that red Pikmin toss cost him. That's something that I myself am always trying to improve on as well. When you're off stage, or even sometimes when you're on stage, just be careful when you're throwing Pikmin. Go, if I throw this Pikmin now, what's gonna happen? You know, are they gonna be able to hit me with one of their many things? Is it gonna kill? You know, sometimes you just gotta cut your loss, not throw it, air dodge past or something, and then immediately beat a ledge. I'm surprised he didn't go to Battlefield. I wonder if maybe that's what Kirihara banned. Up smashed. I definitely would have thrown the red off of there to apply some extra pressure or at least just get a little extra damage. I would have broke that shield. You go back, walk up. That was a free down smash. Let me look at that. Right on top of each other. Red and purple right there. He's scared. Just quick. Let a down smash rip. His shield's not a full. Would have been amazing. Just slowly throwing him back off and on just till he can find his opening to kill. Without Luma, it can be difficult. Another red side B gets him punished. That right there was a culmination of the last two games. Throws a red Pikmin, gets back aired, then gets down aired because he didn't go in enough. It was hard though. That was a really tight angle for him to do. So right there, you see Luma rapid jabbing. Olimar Nair actually beats Luma rapid jab. If you see it, you just Nair on top of it, and you're gonna beat its rapid jab, and then you can just jab it for free. So that's the set. Honestly, Kirihara versus Shuton just looked like Shuton was not like he hadn't practiced against a Rosalina in a while. I don't know, maybe Kirihara had done some of his own homework on Shuton or Olimar in general to really kind of refine his play. Oh, excuse me. But Shuton was kind of letting him get away with stuff that he really shouldn't have been. And then he wasn't playing already. He wasn't power shielding enough. He wasn't staying grounded, really abusing the forward smashes to kind of just force him away. He was a little slow on certain reactions. A recurring theme throughout all of his sets. Whiffing grabs, dash grabs, standing grab especially. Side being when he didn't need to. When he was off stage, kind of too close to the stage, that let them come out and hit him. And then he wasn't able to he wasn't doing what he did against MKLeo, right? So MKLeo, he would take his hits, run, reset. He was comfortable in that. But against Salem, you really saw it kind of devolve, where it was like he had the lead, but he kept going in. He kept trying to force the aggression on a character that you just can't do that to. And that really cost him there. I think if he would have been a bit more reserved, kind of understood that he just got to take his time, find his openings, he would have been able to win. If he would have grabbed a Bayo on the ledge, he would have won some games as well. But yeah, just he let his momentum and rate at which he was going in and out, he shifted that to a much more aggressive, if you will. I don't want to say aggressive, but more like forward moving. That kind of cost him a lot. He definitely could have made it out of this pool. I think he should have made it out of this pool had he just made a couple tweaks, but it happens. But that's it, my everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis of Shuton sets from it. I really enjoyed doing it. Maybe next big tournament he's at, or some other Olimar or something like that, I'll do some more analysis. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe here on YouTube, and I will be streaming back on Twitch, twitch.tv/MyronSSB again, doing viewer battles, and I might also do some more analysis on there. But I will see you guys next time.